What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna be reviewing my 2 pairs of barefoot shoes. So if you're interested in getting yourself a pair, or if you don't know what barefoot shoes are, this video is gonna help you out. So I'm not going to discuss in depth what the benefits are of barefoot shoes, but I will list them for you right now. They help to improve your balance and your proprioception. They make your feet and ankles stronger and more flexible. They teach you how to properly walk and run. They help you prevent foot, ankle, knee, and hip pain or injuries. So the 2 pairs of shoes I'm going to review are the Vivobarefoot Burrow Men's pair of shoe and the Vibram 5-finger shoes. I'm going to discuss why I purchased my first pair of barefoot shoes and the good and the bad after 6 months of use. I'm going to discuss why I purchased my second pair of barefoot shoes and the good and the bad after 2 months of use. Then I'll have some final words and a discussion about barefoot shoes in general. If you like fitness content and product reviews, smash that subscribe button because I'm going to be posting more content, fitness content and more product reviews as well, so stay tuned. You should also know that I have no affiliation with either companies that make these shoes. This is just my personal experience, and I think I might be able to help some people by sharing my experience with you. So let's begin. Why did I purchase my first pair of barefoot shoes? I was curious about buying a barefoot shoe, but I couldn't find a pair that was socially acceptable because a lot of them look kind of crazy. That's what brought me to this pair of shoes. I think that the best thing about this pair of barefoot shoes is that they don't look like barefoot shoes. They look like regular cool shoes. Right? Super cool, dude. So the 2 things that I really like about this shoe are, number 1, after 6 months of use, it really has not broken down at all. It's still in great condition, and I wear it all the time. And number 2, it doesn't look like a barefoot shoe. So those are 2 really big, really important factors. The one thing I would say that I don't really like about this shoe is that the toe box is a little bit tight for my foot. So on a pair of Nike shoes, for example, my toes are really squished together. When my foot is barefoot, my toes can spread out pretty far. In this shoe, they're somewhere in between. So it's not as tight as a Nike, right? The toe box is a little bit bigger, but it's not quite big enough for my foot. So that is really my only negative or downside to this particular shoe. So overall, I would give this shoe a 7 out of 10 because it looks great, it hasn't broken down, but it's not quite perfect for a barefoot shoe. So after reading a book called Anatomy for Runners, I came to the realization that this shoe wasn't really good enough. It was too constricting and it just wasn't quite good enough for what I was looking for the strengthening that I wanted in my feet and ankles. So that's what brought me to this shoe. Now, although it looks completely ridiculous, right? I used to always make fun of people with the toe shoes. Wow, that guy looks crazy. This is a badass shoe. These Vibram 5-finger shoes are as close to barefoot as you can get, while still having the protection of a shoe. Now, since they look pretty ridiculous, I really only wear them when I don't care what I look like, which is more often than you might think, but I can't wear these out if I'm going to a bar or a club or something like that. It's ridiculous, right? But if I'm with family or if I'm going to the gym or if I'm doing something like that, I'll wear these all day. I think having strong feet is way cooler than just having a cool pair of shoes. So I'm only 2 months into this pair of shoe, but I can say that they have not broken down either, and they're still in great condition, and they do what they're supposed to do. So I would give this shoe a 7 out of 10 as well because they're very functional. It's a very good shoe, but it looks completely ridiculous. So now some comments on barefoot shoes in general. So when I purchased my first pair of barefoot shoes, for probably the first month, my feet, ankles, and knees were killing me. They hurt. And so what I had to do is I had to ease into this. I had to wear my cushiony pair of Nikes and then wear these. And I'd alternate, daily or every other day or even weekly, take a few days off. But it takes time for our feet to adjust to walking how we're supposed to walk and wearing shoes that we're supposed to wear. So don't expect to buy a pair of shoes like these and just wear them all the time right out of the bat, because you need to adjust and adapt to the new pair of shoes. When I purchased my second pair of shoes, the exact same thing happened. So I actually went for a run in these and I only ran probably 2 miles, but my calves were so sore for about a week. They were like killing me. And so the same thing applies to this pair of shoes, or really any pair of barefoot shoes. You need to ease into it gradually and slowly, and Probably easier than you might even think. If you're serious about your health and fitness, I would highly recommend getting a pair of barefoot shoes. Now, they don't have to be ridiculous toe shoes like this. You can get a cool pair of shoes just like this to start. But I think that you'll find once you do some reading or you learn more about the barefoot shoe movement that you'll probably end up getting a similar pair to these toe shoes. Now I want to know from you, do you have a favorite pair of shoes? Do you have any experience with ankle, foot, or knee pain? And if so, leave a comment below. Let's start a discussion. I want to talk with you guys. I want to learn from you guys. I want to share my experiences with you. Until next time, take care.